Hey everyone, welcome back to Split Screen. This is 4-player patch notes with your host, Freddy and Nolasco. That's me. I'm player 1.
I'm player 2, Curtis Minks.
Player 3, Owen Poole.
Player 4, Laura Hale.
Yeah, that's right. I don't even have to ask for their names now. They just know. we got a system going. Okay, so patch notes. Let's get knowing what's going on. Patching up. First thing we got here on the agenda is Dragon Age Inquisition. Got a lot of stuff going on. They even got like an app thing.
Yeah, they have a new web app for Dragon Age Keep because they're not going to be importing saves like the traditional way. So probably some engine problem, but you have to go onto this web app and it'll actually, you have to log in through Origin and it'll read all your like achievements and your DLCs and it'll like read your character face and stuff, but you still have to go in and manually change every single choice from the game.
That
So you get to redo all your choices?
Yeah, and people don't remember what they've done. I don't remember what I've done.
That's
And
annoying.
There's it'll like list like what the choice is all about, but it read my character, but I still had to go in and say, no, I didn't kill the archdemon.
I feel like that's really...
You'd think that somewhere in the
Horrible coding.
game there would be like some flag that says you did this that they could just pick up on.
Especially because that's like one of the biggest appeal of BioWare games. Like the Mass Effect franchise is just like, if you couldn't import your characters from like Mass Effect 1 to 2, it would have lost so much of its appeal. I mean, the difference between the choices you make in Dragon Age 1, you don't like see that much in Dragon Age 2 in comparison to like Mass Effect, but it's still
the fact that
adds a whole layer
Yeah.
of like experience.
a little more in depth.
Well, the reason they do that is because you want to have to make sure that if you have new players that are coming in the second one, that they're like, yeah, don't worry about not playing the first one. You didn't make any choices that really stuck with you. I mean, there's certain games like Destiny that are, once the sequel comes out, if it ever happens, where they'll say, yeah, you can totally just keep your character. We'll just move the whole character over.
What if they did that for like Halo 1, 2, and 3, and you didn't have to make your character...
But no, like forcing the player basically to go in and replay the game in like some kind of like storyline fashion.
Like a weird like how the web
It's a
app,
flow
it's
chart.
like, here, it's like, yes, no, yes, no. I don't want to do a quiz. Why do I want to? I'm playing a video game. I don't do a quiz.
And if
Come
you're
on.
doing it concurrently, then you're like, all right, I just did this. Is that one of the choices? All right, I did that. Then you're basically just following this flow chart of which ending you want. Well, I mean, depending if they give you all the options from the start.
True.
It is cool that you don't have to go replay Origins 5 times to get all your different options, but yeah, they should have a direct import. But through this web app, they're also going to have a prequel to Inquisition, a text-based adventure called The Last Court, made by another studio. So no one knows when it's coming out, but it's got to come out sometime before Inquisition, which is on the 18th. So that's coming
any
out.
day now.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't look forward to that because I hate text-based games. So
Why? You just open inventory, take out banana peels.
I hate reading. Okay, I like video games because they're visual. Okay, video games, not readable games.
You must not enjoy books.
No, I don't. I don't enjoy books.
It's okay. It's okay. So, next up, the Nintendo Direct happened recently. I thought it was at 5 a.m. It was actually 2 p.m. 2 in the afternoon.
I was making food at that time, didn't know about it.
I woke up at 5 a.m. expecting to see a Direct. Didn't happen until the afternoon. So I was like, well, might as well do homework. Anyway,
5 a.m. That sounds horrible. I went to bed at 5 a.m.
I usually wake up at 6, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Anyway, big stuff that happened. First thing, they opened up the Direct. Zelda Majora's Mask for the 3DS.
I'm looking forward to that one. I want to play that. Because the first time I played it, I failed epically.
I actually never played that game,
Me neither.
which is
I've never completed a Zelda game in my life.
Not even
halfway
Ocarina?
through Wind Waker.
That
was it.
I went every single one of them except Majora's Mask because I got stuck on a mini game which I thought was an actual thing. I get most of the way through and my friends delete my data. Literally happened to every single game. They're like, oh, I'm gonna make a new character. Delete Curtis's.
There's 2 other slots.
Happened with
No,
Twilight
I'll
Princess.
download.
Happened with Twilight Princess. Not Majora's Mask, but Ocarina of Time. Like every single one of them, just delete Curtis's. I feel like it's a habit. Delete Curtis's.
Yeah, I think there's only one Zelda game I haven't finished, and that was like the Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. Cause that one was super fun too.
I never actually owned a Nintendo console, which is weird. Like,
Really?
growing up, it was everyone I knew had a Super Nintendo, but I got a Sega Genesis.
I think the newest Nintendo I've owned was a Super Nintendo. That's the newest.
Where
That's
okay.
everyone,
Like,
everyone
I
grew
was
up with
a little
Mario. I grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Yep.
Good thing.
Have you seen much about the new Sonic Boom
Speaking of
coming
Sonic,
out?
we'll be releasing the
I've just
demo for Sonic
ignored
Boom
all the
Shattered
Sonic
Crystal for
games.
Nintendo 3DS.
You mean the one where the
immediately after this
was
Nintendo
it
Direct.
Knuckles looks like a roided out?
Yeah, he's totally like taped up arms.
Oh.
Sonic now part of his costume is a scarf.
Did
I
you
did-
know?
I've seen that character model.
There's actually because there's a Sonic comic, and one of them, one of the characters draws Sonic with a scarf, and Sonic's like, "That looks dumb. Don't ever draw me like that." And then, new game.
So the thing about Sonic Boom is that it's also coming out trying to be timed with. There's a TV show on
Gosh.
Cartoon Network. There's a game on the Wii. There's a game on the 3DS. There's actually a demo out for the new Sonic Boom on the 3DS, available as soon as the demo was the Direct was over.
The last Sonic game, new Sonic game I played was like the Shadow the Hedgehog for Xbox.
I owned Sonic and Knuckles. It was like a remake of the Genesis.
The Genesis version was cool. It had like this. It's kind of like back then. There was something you never really heard of. They had the Sonic and Knuckles cart, and you could put on your Sonic 3
Yep.
on top of it, and you could play through like all the levels for both games.
Awesome.
It's like a Sonic and Knuckles sandwich.
It was almost like downloadable content like we know today,
Yeah.
but in like
But
cartridge form.
But that's how they used to do it. Like Game Shark and all that. You had to put a cartridge on a cartridge
Yeah.
to like be able to have a downloadable content at all.
Yeah. Next up was a lot of information about Mario Kart 8 and what they're going to do with it. We got
to do stuff with it.
yeah, like the new DLC. It's out. It's the 13th.
Didn't it just come out? Didn't Mario Kart just come out?
May.
So that's just come out to me.
Fair enough.
Especially for somebody who doesn't own a Wii U.
Right? It's all just
Right?
coming together.
I have not played it, so
Yeah, so you got your new racers, your stuff. They announced a bunch of amiibo stuff. Basically,
weird little action figures.
they explained it a little bit more, saying,
What do
hey,
they do?
so there's characters like Mario, Yoshi, I got the list here. Mario, Yoshi, Peach, Samus, Link, Kirby, Fox McCloud, and Donkey Kong. If you have those amiibos, those little action figures, and you touch them to your gamepad while playing Mario Kart, your me, which is just your little avatar, will get a costume to make you look like that character. That's how it works in Mario Kart 8. There's also...
I'd use Kirby.
You look adorable.
You have it, don't you, already?
No, I
I have
haven't
pre-ordered.
I haven't pre-ordered any amiibos yet.
Why not? I expect you of all people to pre-order like everything.
I want
that's
I want a Pac-Man amiibo, and I want a Game & Watch amiibo. Game & Watch because A, he's a main, and B, I want to see how they do a 2D character in a 3D sculpture.
It's gonna be easy. They're literally gonna take a circle and then just shift it over like that, and then.
Yeah.
3D Pac-Man always looked weird to me.
If you played the 3D Pac-Man game back in the old days, like he was just a big ball.
Yeah, it's like how he
Around.
looks in 3D.
Yep.
It's really weird. And
Yeah.
They gave him like legs and arms and stuff. It's like,
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but
How's he
I
looking in
like it.
Smash Bros?
he looks like basically the 3D one back in the day,
Oh,
like the first 3D one. He doesn't look like the super new one, like Pac-Man and Ghostly Adventures, with the weird pupils and everything. Looks a little bit too human.
they should have just made him like just just flat, and then
Yeah.
he just flips like that.
like Game & Watch.
Well,
They
they
should have did that.
Or like in Rogue Legacy when you had a person who couldn't
Oh.
see in 3D, and then you just walking, and then you just flip.
yeah,
It never had
the
any
whole
3D
little
space.
paper effect is like whoop.
Paper
whoop.
Mario style.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
basically.
like that. That would be fun.
Yeah. Then there was some explanation of what amiibos do with Hyrule Warrior for Zelda.
Oh, I'm excited about that game.
Yep. Basically, if you use your Link amiibo and connect to the game, you'll get a special weapon, which is basically the spinner from Twilight Princess. And then, like any other character, will give you a random item, rupee, or just something else perfectly random.
So what you do is you get all the amiibos, start up your game, just and get all the stuff.
Yep, and you just basically hoard all the stuff.
Can you
Kinda sounds
like lend out your amiibos to your friends so they can just everyone get together? It's like everyone, you want all this stuff? Do.
For those, you probably could, because they haven't been very specific on what the limitations are. For Smash, because you kind of have to customize your amiibo, it will register that it's someone else's amiibo. Because you can name your amiibos.
What's it do for
in
Smash?
Basically, it starts at level 1, and you can train it all the way up to level 100 or level 99.
So
And it learns from you, so you basically teach it to Smash on its own. So you can basically train it like a Pokemon, take it over to your friend's house, and just let your amiibos fight.
Like you're training a Smash Brothers fighter, basically.
Yep.
So I can just go to your like have my amiibo go to your house like, all right, Freddy, let's battle, and just like kind of like pop my amiibo down.
Yeah.
See who's the
Pop
better
puzzle.
trainer.
Yep. You could tag team with your amiibo because it's basically just another player with another controller.
Is that how they do 8 players?
It's part of it. I mean, the 8-player Smash that was announced, you can do, I think, up to 4 Wii modes because that's how much the Wii U can, like, register.
Yeah.
You can potentially do 8 GameCube controllers because you need the adapter has 4 slots and requires 2 USB. The Wii U has 2 USB in the back and the front, so you can do 8 GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
You can use the gamepad. You can use your 3DS if you have the 3DS game. And you can use the Wii U Pro controller. So there's like a bunch of controller options.
That's awesome.
That is nice.
And Amiibo would just take a slot of one of the controllers or whatever you want.
I'd always wanted to see what that would be like, but I saw like little tidbits, like kind of like secret releases or whatever they are, and it just looks hectic. It's Final Smash. So much happening.
Yeah, it definitely changes.
But that's
the
what's fun
entire
about
look
those
of the game.
games, though, is just like the chaos. So 8 players would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's its own mode because it realizes once you have 8 players on the screen, the game changes drastically. You're not trying to take out someone; you're trying to survive chaos.
Yeah.
Next up, then we basically just got more information, or basically trailers. Codename Steam, which is just a like turn-based strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special there. Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, which is coming out soon.
Oh, I saw stuff on that. It's like a weird like little box world, and you kind of
and you
rotate it
can
around and
move it.
around.
If you heard or saw the game Fushine, it works similar to that.
I was gonna say Fez.
Oh yeah, Fez.
That's exactly the whole concept. Fez like 2D. 3D.
Yep.
The 3D aspect is just rotating the world.
Yep. That's cool. That more information about that. They tried to show off Ultimate NES Remix, which is basically this whole. It's a compilation of a bunch of mini games that are supposed to remind you of the old days of NES, where it's a bunch of challenges like collect 8 coins in 30 seconds. They plop you down like level 1-1 of Mario, so you just go through and do all that stuff. Defeat Ridley, so you do that real quick. And it's supposed to be like the best moments of all the games.
I feel like they should have Donkey
re-release them.
I feel like right. Just re-release graphics, make it look better.
Not necessarily graphics, but just like being
all
able to
they
direct download.
all they have to do is just like make it look pretty and still have 2D.
That's true.
Well,
art.
That's what they did for. So one of the new things that a lot of people don't remember that's going into the new Smash Wii U game is a mode called Masterpieces, where basically it lets you play like a timed demo of the original game that all the fighters are from, and if you like it, it just links you to the eShop where you can download the full game on their like virtual console, or if it's a recent enough game, you can just download the full game that way. So it's kind of like an ad within a game, but it's pretty cool if you.
It's a mini game ad.
Yeah.
Genius.
That's actually really smart.
Smash again. There was a lot of Smash and then not a lot of Smash because of how long the trailers were.
Duck Hunt Dog.
They revealed Duck Hunt Dog.
He's okay. He's been all over Tumblr. It's been a thing for the last like 3 months.
Yep.
Like their official release, he was released a long time ago. Let's get this straight.
that was the thing that people went out. People owned the 3DS version, which has the same roster as the Wii U version supposedly.
Yeah.
As far as Sakurai said, so the full roster's been out and people have played it and unlocked everyone, but they're still hiding characters.
We're gonna hide characters.
If you go to the official Smash Bros. Site, there will be all the character rosters, and there will be a new section that says "Hidden Fighters." So you can go see like
Gotta keep
pictures.
it intriguing somehow.
Yeah, it's
before
like,
the
oh,
game's
if you don't,
released.
if you don't want to be spoiled on who you're gonna unlock, there you go. But at the same time, if you wanted to be surprised on who was gonna be in the game, probably should have been watching Nintendo Direct.
True.
It's like, oh, spoiler. Oh,
I feel
there's
like
no
if you
case.
didn't want to be surprised about any game, that you wouldn't watch it.
You'd avoid the internet in that case.
Yeah.
Just avoid the whole internet scene.
Especially when it's Smash Brothers. Definitely avoid the internet.
any Nintendo-based thing, avoid the internet.
Yep. And then they finished it off with a reveal of Splatoon, which is
Oh,
the first-person
I saw
game.
some stuff on that. That looked.
It reminded me of the Tony Hawk days when you would go around and do paint. You'd have to do tricks on like
Yeah.
ramps and items to claim them as your own.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Thing is,
mode.
what I heard from it is it was they originally were gonna make it in the Super Mario Sunshine universe, and that's why Mario was cleaning up everything.
That makes sense.
And so they're like, wait, we could just make this its own game where they just basically shoot paint everywhere and make whoever has the most paint wins.
Yep. Whoever claims the most ground. It's supposed to be a 4-player. It's a 4v4 online game, but it has a single-player mode where you face against like squid monsters and stuff like that.
But the squid monsters are pretty much the same things. from
They're
Mario.
basic, except for like their entire face is like a tentacle rather than like they're just squids.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, it definitely. I can definitely see it now that you've said.
Super Mario Sunshine.
All the water effects are there.
That was a weird game.
Yeah, I remember just playing that game. It was so weird.
Doesn't Mario actually have to do some plumbing in that game?
No, he gets away with not doing any plumbing. He gets his little buddy Fluid or whatever. Fluid. Sprays water everywhere.
Oh,
He's
man,
more of
I
a
miss
janitor
Fluid.
than a plumber at that game.
Okay, when has Mario ever actually fixed pipes in any game?
In the beginning of 3D World that we did
Did
like
he?
a couple weeks ago. Yeah, they come across a broken pipe, so Luigi and Mario, in typical plumber fashion, fix the pipe. Then all the fairies are released.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
It may be the only time he's actually plumbed a plum.
Well, I don't know. They kind of go down like pipes and pick coins. Maybe the coins
Or what's
represent like clogging.
Clogging all the pipes with coins.
I guess that's where Bowser hides all his coins. Clogs pipes. It's like, man, no one's gonna find him down here.
Yep. Well, that was the Nintendo Direct. That's basically all the highlight stuff. Next up is the first-person mode in GTA 5. Got a little clip here so we can watch it, and so you guys can see it if you haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen anything on it.
It's pretty interesting. It kind of feels like a completely new game. I mean, the folks at home are watching it just the same as us.
Was that supposed to be Master Chief?
I don't know.
Okay, so you can actually play first person
Yep.
in normal mode.
It looks like it. It's kind of odd on how.
I'm pretty sure you could always do like the driving part in first person, but
Yeah,
not like with
the
wheel or
driving.
anything, but it looks cool.
The driving mode always was like,
I feel like it gives it more of an in-depth feel since you feel like you're the actual person
No,
instead of like above
What
it.
I took away from this trailer of this new first person mode, this person's insanely good at this game.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
Like, look how close he comes to this. Like all these air blades are just flying around. I mean,
Like,
later,
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Would have crashed in all of those.
right? Look, we've got Call of Duty now.
Whoa.
What is this? There goes a grenade. What is this game anymore? Everything we know about GTA 5 is changed.
Everything we know about GTA is changed because GTA's always been over the head. Always been over the head.
Yep. I mean, you can fly planes and it actually feels. I remember the first time you can get a plane in like GTA. I think it was Vice City. Was it with the Dodo plane?
That was 3.
Yeah.
That was 3. Yeah.
That was like
3, that's what
impossible
it
to
was.
fly. You had to do this like crazy trick where you like.
You basically had to like swan dive.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Just make it.
I feel like a lot of the gameplay can be improved. Like he was showing the drive-by scene. Like
Yeah.
those were impossible in like GTA Vice City, where you just have to like only shoot this way, like from the window. And they added like a little
it was like
targeting
perfectly
thing later on.
perpendicular to your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard. You just kind of like position car.
And then,
Most of the time, I would just end up doing a cookie while firing out the window.
That's what I did.
and these are also the new like next gen graphics.
Yeah, the PS4, the Xbox One. I mean, look at this part particularly. Look how well they drive this motorcycle, especially with this car coming out right there.
Is this like a toggle thing that you can do? Or?
No, this is this a toggle or is it always like this?
I don't
Maybe
know.
like when you start the game, you get to pick one or the other.
I
You
don't-
can toggle it.
It'd
That'd
be nice
be really
if you could
cool.
switch in and out.
I feel like it should always be like this because this is I like this mode better personally.
Yeah, you couldn't customize your character that much.
I don't care.
They have
I'm not looking
they
at
have
the
mirrors
character.
in the shops. You can customize.
I don't like vehicle in first.
And
person
multiplayer, you can see other people's characters.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
It would definitely be
That
easier
guy's
to like
really
fly
good
jets
at
and
this
shoot
game.
stuff.
Right?
That guy's really good at this game.
I feel like any of us tried to make a commercial about this game, it'd just be like, ooh, crash.
It'd be like 3 seconds crash.
Now, I
You
have
would walk out the
trouble-
door and get hit by a car.
I have trouble driving the motorcycle like over the head. Like so many. I think that's probably the most times I die is when I'm just like.
It's because your body takes up where the things come out of. Like, oh look, there's another car. Didn't see it. I was in the way. You break your own
See,
field of
I
vision.
mostly die when I try to get to the Air Force bases.
Oh yeah.
They don't like you there.
No, they don't. They don't want you stealing jets.
So, last up we got BlizzCon and all this
BlizzCon.
Blizz stuff going on. It's going on. Happened. Going to
So
happen.
over the weekend, they did the group stages for the Hearthstone Championship and the StarCraft Championship. They're doing all the main big events over this weekend. I thought it was kind of interesting. I played Hearthstone a couple times. It was really fun. I mean, I was really into Magic back in the day, and it's kind of similar, just more fast paced. But listening to like the announcers talk about all these things they were doing, it's like I have no idea what's going on right now.
I watch my friends. Like I got into it a little bit. I still play Magic, so it's like, oh man, I could play this. I got into it a little bit back when it first got released.
Yeah.
Just got so.
See,
I couldn't get into it.
my last big card game was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Do you believe in the heart of the cards?
Yeah, that I actively do that.
That's a good catchphrase I use all the time.
I believe in the heart of the cards when I'm playing games that have nothing to do with that. Most
Believe
commonly,
in the heart of the cards. Smash Bros.
No,
Oh.
like Cards Against Humanity. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Ah, it's something about my mother.
Oh.
But yeah, BlizzCon. A lot of stuff's going on. What's going on?
And the new expansion, World of Warcraft expansion, World of Draenor, releases next Thursday. They released like the new patch that had all the new content in it. They have this new thing. How many of you played World of Warcraft?
To level 20.
Level 20?
Still playing it.
Sorry, over and over again,
To
making
level
new
20.
characters and new emails just for new accounts, just because I don't want to pay for
Because
it.
you have like the account bound items, like your heirloom items that help you level later on.
Oh yeah.
They added this thing where like everything account bound that you have is part of this like collection.
Toy
Like,
box.
that's yeah. It's like all account bound, so you can just like, oh, I start a new character. Oh, I can go to this thing and just, oh, I have my heirloom items now. You don't have to like send them between your characters over.
That's
accounts,
nice.
Which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't know that similar thing was built into Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it was my account, but I had my character, and then my girlfriend had her character on my account, and suddenly all of my stuff that was in the bank just started disappearing. So I was like, where's my stuff?
Yeah, and gold and
And
gems.
gold. And gold. I didn't even
Everything.
think about
all of your wallet and your bank are account bound.
Didn't know. I was like, where's everything
They
going?
did that in Diablo 3 also, which I really liked. Except I know in Diablo 3, like I would find an item, I was playing on like my monk or something, and then oh, this would be good for a theoretical wizard I'm never gonna make. Let's put it in the box, and then it just sits there for forever.
Theoreticals. Theoretical characters.
I'll
they
make
never
a character eventually.
I always wait till an update happens to make a new character, so it's like if like I'm waiting for a new race or something.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I have to re-level, go through all the horrible like beginnings, and never mind.
Was anyone into StarCraft too? Yeah, I like esports. I watched a lot of like League of Legends stuff. I'm like, oh, let's give StarCraft a try. I had no clue what was happening.
It's
I
too
see my,
It's
my
so
friend,
fast-paced.
He places in tournaments and he just like he
How
has a whole
fast-
board. It's like hotkey. And he just
How
all
fast
over it.
they
he can
move is just
memorize it.
crazy. like
I mean,
their
I
keystrokes per minute, and they're like just dragging boxes.
Sometimes
boxes.
he's not even like he just has to wait for his stuff to happen. And he's just clicking everywhere, and his map is
Well,
like it would give
RTS
people
is-
seizures watching it.
Because you have to manage so much at once. Like you building troops, you constantly have to be gathering resources.
horrible.
You
It's
constantly have to be
horrible.
scouting. Like back in high school, I was really into Warcraft 3, like playing on BattleNet. And I mean, I thought I was pretty good. Like I had like a close to 50% win rate. And then seeing these people play StarCraft, which is a similar game, not the same game, but similar. It's like, wow. No wonder they get paid more money than they should.
I never got into real-time strategy games, so
Well, you're a fan of the League of Legends,
yes.
as I recall. I mean, League of Legends is still a thing. EA's
still a thing.
Downgate is
Yeah.
officially not a thing.
It went down the toilet.
I-
It was fun. I liked it. I did have fun playing Dawngate, but I didn't.
I
play
got
the
into
match.
it the first weekend. It went beta.
Mhm.
Everyone hated me.
Were you that bad? Were you that bad?
I left spawn without any items.
Well, sadly, that's kind of how it goes in League of Legends too. But they,
I do that a lot, and then like, sorry guys, I forgot to get items. Like, really? Yeah, sorry, I was watching TV, and I just clicked out.
I looked up and everyone was gone from base. I thought it was time.
I do feel like the whole Dongate thing is kind of similar to people trying to release MMOs to compete with World of Warcraft.
Warcraft and just
Yeah.
failing.
They just can't do it, and
Well, now they
Because they
can.
try to. They
World of
don't
Warcraft
try.
is it's falling. It's
it's
no
falling.
longer
It's
is the
falling
most
from
popular game.
such a high mountain. Like they still have like
The
6 million
designers said
subscribers.
they have plans for the next 10 years for Warcraft.
Like people, I
See,
think there's like an illusion that WoW is like dying, but
I-
it's just because of how many people played it before.
I'm a very free to play kind of character. So World of Warcraft. That's why I like League of Legends. That's probably why Dawngate's failing. It's because of League of Legends being the most popular game in the world and all.
Yeah,
Um.
and if people want a MOBA, they're gonna play League of Legends or they're gonna play Dota 2.
Yeah.
They're not gonna play Dota.
For League of Legends preseason starts when?
The season officially closes next Tuesday. I
What day is that?
think it's the 11th.
The 11th. So tomorrow.
No,
Is
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be tomorrow.
Today's like the 5th, right?
No. It's the 10th.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all we have time for.
But yeah, preseason starts
Preseason.
means new map coming out, and that's a big deal for all people that play League of Legends.
Yeah.
Their new map makes it so toasters can play it.
Christopher Columbus would be proud. That's all we got for this episode of Split Screen. Follow us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on the Twitters. OSU Split Screen. Might be the handle.
Might be.
Might
Might
be
be
the
the
handle.
handle.
Here it is. Alright. Probably didn't need to pause because it's video, you know. But follow us on Facebook, Twitter. We have an Instagram. You'll find pictures on it. I promise.
You know, maybe if he remembers.
Maybe if we can figure out the damn password.
You should
Anyway.
be required to take a number of selfies and post them.
I could do that. I take selfies every day.
It's okay. We'll
See
we
our
can do a
beautiful
fun.
faces.
Girl,
we-
look at
we
that
fun
body.
ideas for that. Tune in next week and we'll do something different. We'll talk about new things.
New things? What?
Next time, something completely different.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay, it'll be similar, but anyway, bye. Everyone say bye.
Bye. Split screen.